Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. About time, but we're going to be working on the S13 as you've seen in the title, and we've got heaps of mods to do on this. There's so much happening. Make sure you hit the notification bell at the top if you want to keep up to date with all the new episodes coming out, and let's get right into the video.
Tell me, is it whack up in the air? Rapping scattered off the gear. I can map him, get the ears like a tracker. Get distracted, send him back like in the mail. Not a fraction of them real. Catch him lacking, run the drill. Running through the shit like a motherfucking day.
Hey, thanks heaps to all you guys for coming along the journey and subscribing to the channel. If you're new here, make sure you do hit that subscribe button. If you've been here for a while, tell some friends about the channel. Get the word out there. Subscribe. Check out. I've got a few different builds going on, so if you're not familiar, got the S13, the 180, the WRX, the 32 behind me, and the FC. So plenty of different cars going on. Not to say there's probably going to be more coming in the future, hopefully, maybe, I don't know. Probably finish a car before we start any others. But today we're going to be working on the S13. Xavier's donated his old bash bar. I don't know where this came from. It was just sitting at his house when he was moving some stuff across. So we're going to clean this up and give it a coat of paint so that it, you know, can't be having it looking like this. It's really not nice. It's going to be really good because it's got a jack point right here. So I'll actually be able to jack the car from here instead of off the diff, which has been a real pain in the ass. If you had a scene from last Matsuri, I ripped off the rear Rio, just completely ripped it off, which is not ideal. So that's going to come out, and then hopefully these pipes slide straight in there and we can bolt it in. The S13 needs a lot of TLC. We're going to get to some of that in this episode. Hopefully get a few things knocked off. Did notice a water leak, and yeah, there's a few other things. So gonna start it up and turn it around, drive it in here, get on the hoist. Just make it so much easier if I can just press a button to lift it up. Who thinks that it's going to start first time, and who thinks the battery's going to be completely dead? Because I haven't started this in what, 2-3 months now. Feels like forever. Yeah, write in the comments now if you think it's going to start or not going to start. Let's give it a go. Here goes nothing. It does isolate the battery, like all power to the battery, so it shouldn't have drained too much, but over time your battery will drain. So if you're going to leave it for a long time, it's a good idea to disconnect the terminal. One terminal. We got power, seems good. We got charge. Oh, started. She is a goer. It's alive! Literally haven't started this since I put it here. Alright. Let's spin it around, get on the hoist. One of the sucky things about having a super low car is you do need to take off like parts like the side skirts just to get it on the hoist, which is kind of shit, but it's all part of it. It's all worth it in the end. Oh, that's right, I need to get a new front bar too. I was like, where's the front bar gone? It got KO'd. Okay, so let's get on the hoist. I'm gonna be working on it around the back here. Sand. I'll probably test fit it before I start sanding it, just in case it doesn't fit. So let's get this Rio off and test fit that. Cool. So if you didn't know, the Rio bolts in with 2 bolts in your boot. If you've got carpet in here, you'll need to pull that back to get to your bolts. But yeah, we're just gonna zip those out. I've already gone through the painful process of making it work. Like I had to skim out some aftermarket parts in here to make it work. So it should be easy this time. Good old super cheap auto battery. Going strong, mate. Going strong. How's that for a how's it going battery clamp that I made? I'll just unbolt this. Look, there's some other customization cut into that to get clearance for that bloody hole. Yeah, it'd be cool if this fits. bracket. Does anyone want to buy like a rear Rio bracket? It's missing the main part, but it's the bracket. Already unspot welded it. I think it's from when I had that big crash in the rear here. It's pushed the rail in a slight little bit, so I'm going to unpush it with a pole and it should fix it. So I've got this black pole that fits in this hole, and I'm going to see if I can massage some more space in there, because this pole is a little bit bigger. I hurt my knee bone. Ow. Yeah, that'll do it. It's safe to say it fits now. It's just a very tight fit, and it's made pretty bloody well. Like, that's going to protect your car pretty good. It's pretty freaking awesome. The only problem is now I got to try and get it back off again so I can sand it and paint it. It's really on there. But yeah, it's definitely gonna be what I need, because I destroy my rear end all the time. It's not very straight either, which is a bit shit, but anyway, when it's black it should hide pretty good. I was contemplating painting it the pink, the same pink as the wheels, but it's a bit ugly for that. So yeah, definitely black. I need to get a new one of these as well, because that's cooked. I've got a spare tail light I'm going to chuck in as well. I'm going to try and get it back off now and then sand it. If I can't get it off, I'm painting it while it's on there. Right, so as always, when you're going to sand back something, you want to have a respirator. These M3 ones are freaking sick. I'm pretty sure getting rust in your eyes isn't advised either, so probably use some goggles. I've got these old jerry cans that I bought on Marketplace, just so I can store up some spare diesel, and I've sanded them back. I'm just going to wax and grease them at the same time as this, give them a coat of black, and get this ready to go. Got the old trusty Azito that I've had for like so many years now, and it still goes, which is always nice. Quick sand, and then time for some black spray paint. Okie dokie, so these are all done. The bash bar's hanging over there on the spray booth, and I've used wax and grease, been over everything just to get all the grime off, or as much grime as you can. And then I'm just going to be using Gloss Back, the $4 freaking fiddly cans. If you haven't seen one of these before, they are amazing for spray cans. It just slides on the top, and then you can use it as like a gun, and it's amazing when you're doing like a lot of painting. I'm pretty sure they sell them at like Super Cheap Auto and Bunnings and stuff. I had this thing for freaking ages. Absolute weapon. So yeah, I'm just going to do rattle cans just because I'm lazy and I can't be stuffed mixing up some paint and doing all that jazz with the proper legit spraying. Spray cans are good for quick and easy. It's definitely more expensive in the long run though. So let's rattle up, mix up some cans with the rattle and rattler, and give it a squirt, eh? Alright, Alright, so we're back, and that has dried overnight. Looking like a brand new one. It actually came up really nice because it's all smooth. And yeah, let's just chuck it straight in there. That's really, really broken, but this should hopefully help it not get any more broken, I think. So, ready, set, boom. It's not finished. I just spent so long mounting this freaking thing up. So the holes there, when you have a stock Rio, it's got a thread welded into the little bracket that you push in here. Obviously with this, I don't have any threads welded in. I could have done that, could have taken it back out, welded a thread into the pipe so that it can just like, the force can clamp between the skin of the boot and the bloody bash bar, but didn't have that. So what I had to do is drill all the way through, and then I didn't have any bolts long enough, so the ones I did have long enough go through the skin, through the bar, and then they come out the bottom of the bar, and a nut just fits on there with a washer on both ends, which is perfect. So there's 2 bolts holding it down. It's bloody strong. Like, you shake it, it shakes the whole car. Like, it is the car now. So that's really cool, and I'm really keen to be able to just jack straight off there when you change the tires, do some real hot boy tire changes real fast. But yeah, I've got to do a bunch more shit on this that I'm just going to do off camera because it's just time consuming stuff. It needs a clean. The thing's so dirty. I just washed that back down there to make it a little bit better, but it's so filthy. I guess that's what happened when you go off the track like every lap. Anyway, I'm going to suss out these lights. They're so cooked. Try and figure out a way of mounting them. I've got a bunch of shit to do on this S13. The list actually is pretty big. I probably should have started doing stuff on it a while ago. One of the things I want to try is water squirters on the back tires. I don't use too many tires in this car. Last Matsuri, I used 10 tires on the rear for 2 days drifting. Like, that's freaking awesome. Most cars will use more than that, especially this is LS1, like, and I was actually drifting most of the track, so that's pretty good. But I want to use even less tires, so I'm going to try and rig up these. They're just your window squirters. They came out of the 180 and the bottle was all cooked, so you just run a hose off here to the rear, and you just have the tire with your freaking windscreen wiper squirter pointing onto your tire, and this goes into like a bottle, one for each tire. It's a pretty good mod. I might do a separate episode just on that because that's going to be sick. Never tried that, but super keen to give that a go. Yeah, the list continues, so I'm going to get cracking into it. Hope you guys enjoy this one. Make sure you hit the like button, drop a comment below on any mods you want to see on the S13, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Hit the notification bell, share the channel with all your mates, because you're all bloody legends, and yeah, bring on Matsuri. Catch you there.